for dropping by again to the Pride of Irons Talk About podcast, where we talk about everything West Ham United women. Well, not so much West Ham United women today, as our very special guest, one of our favourites. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. How you doing?
I'm not too bad. And how's yourself?
Yeah, very well. A lockdown hair. Doesn't look like you've had lockdown hair, though. I must admit, it's looking pretty good.
Partner who knows how to cut hair, who isn't even an hairdresser, but some people are just gifted.
Looks good. Well, I know she should be opening a salon then, as soon as she get.
She's clearly missed the trick here. She seriously has. Just because me and her dad have got really easy hair to cut, I think that literally is just what it is. To be fair.
Well, that's a line for this podcast. Got easy hair. There you go. We're digressed already and we've not said one word about football yet.
No, not at all.
So, look, I'm gonna go straight in with this, because we're different spectrums at a table at the moment as well.
Just a little.
All right. Yeah. So, look, I mean, there was loads of talk last time. I mean, we sort of had a little joke that obviously Emma might be on the move, you know, and there's been loads of talk about that ever since. So do you think that's going to happen soon, or at the end of the season maybe?
No, she's Chelsea through and through. I mean, look, there's been offers, there's been lots of talk. She just keeps batting it away. I mean, she's made it very clear that she doesn't want to go anywhere. I know for a fact one of the biggest things in her mind is winning the Champions League. But that's got to be any manager's mind, men's and women's, to be fair. Europe and the Champions League. And that is why we have the squad we have. That's why we've brought in the players we have, is the Champions League. So I don't see her going anywhere. Obviously, if we won the Champions League, I'd be more concerned of her going, well, I've done it all now. Do I go and rebuild somewhere else? But I have every faith that she will still be with us next season. She better be. We're going to lock her down, I think.
Yeah, well, she got manager of the month again, I think. Frank, you're doing all right. Frank Kirby got the player of the month as well. But I must remember, this is
on fire. I mean, she's my player of the season right now. She has been on fire, Fran, to be fair.
Confidence is just amazing. But talking of confidence, that's actually unfortunately what my beloved team are lacking at the moment. You know, I mean, Trace, we talked about this before. You know, I mean, on paper, I don't know how many times I say this, we look like we've got just like a cracking team. You know, we've now got Dagny as well coming in, and kind of hoping that she's going to just sort of lift things a little bit for us as well, get that confidence back. You know, she's older, 29, she's got a young boy as well, you know, so I think she'd be able to reel everybody in as well, you know, because individually we've had some really good form.
The squad is, you've got a decent team, and I don't know, you mean, on paper you've got a great team, but unfortunately we've all had teams where just something isn't quite gelling right, even though you've got a quality squad. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I think getting everyone, I don't know, it's just a mindset, I think. And once winning starts, and we all know how this works, you know, you need a little bit of consistency. And once that kicks in and you just, you work better together, there's a smile on people's faces, you tend to improve. But I mean, it's to say, it's not because you've got a really bad squad. And looking at your squad, you don't deserve to be in the table where you are when you look at the squad.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes as well, you know, where they're really trying the best and putting everything into it. You know, we've got amazing training facilities as well, you know, and, you know, we're bringing some of the young girls up as well, which is working.
Need that. I mean, it doesn't matter, even our squad. I think all squads need to massively be concentrating on their youth. It's hugely important, definitely for the future of women's football. We need to really be focusing really well on the youth that we have coming through.
That's it. And I do think as well, like from a West Ham's point of view, I do think, you know, we've got enough talent and we've got enough of the more experienced players as well, you know, and actually like Leon and Martha would have got a real huge boost from the international break as well, because they did well, obviously playing for their country. So They come back obviously on a high, which hopefully will push us forward.
That's it. I think, and that's what it is. I think with the confidence, and with confidence, you know, it almost breeds results. So I mean, that confidence thing is huge. Obviously, if the confidence wants to start after the Chelsea game, I'm all for that.
Well, do you know what, Trace? I mean, look, we was so close last time. I actually thought we deserved a point because we played better than I think we all thought.
Yes, I think Claire.
Yeah, because I remember a little bit of banter that we had privately going on there. Well, not so privately. It became public on Facebook, I believe. But yes, someone was a little bit quiet for a little while, I believe.
Sorry, where did the points go in the end, though? Sorry.
The point, that's where it matters. The points, that's where it matters at the end. But on a serious note, I mean, look, I think we're going to come out of this. I do really believe we've got another 8 matches yet. So I think West Ham will dig their way out of this without question. But where can you go wrong? She's doing everything right at the moment, apart from the Brighton match. You know, Anna, you was at home, and I know it's Hope Powell, and she's an amazing manager. But you know, where did you go wrong, and where could you go wrong now?
Complacency. I think at the end of the day, I think if it's the same for any team that's on an unbeaten run, everyone who comes to play you has that. We want to be that team to do it. You've got nothing to lose when you're playing a team that's on a really good run. So you can give it your all. And I think, to be quite honest, that game, we didn't gel. We didn't look at it. There was no pace. There was an abundance of things that just did not go right that day. And that was complacency within our own team. Because you get to the point where you're winning continuously, that you just presume you're going to keep winning. And then sometimes the lack of energy just disappears. So instead of giving your all, because you're just used to winning and just presume you're going to, you don't give as much. And I think that day we didn't give as much, to be fair.
But do you think, I mean, I'm not playing devil's advocate here, it's actually a genuine question. I mean, do you think it's because there's too many people fighting for their place now as well?
There is. So obviously we have a big squad, and it's not just about having a big squad. We have a big squad of absolute women playing superstars. Yeah. To be fair, you just look at our front line players. You just look at those attacking players, and every single one of them deserves to be on the pitch for every single game. And I would not want to be Emma. I would not want the headache of having to pick that team sheet and keep everybody happy, because I can't even imagine what that would be like. I mean, but when you've got the likes of Beth England sitting on a bench consistently, with Harder coming in, Fran coming in, and then we're forgetting,
you've still got Kerr and people like that.
I mean, we have an incredible squad, but it's a squad you have to rotate, and that in itself has got to be giving Emma a headache. I mean, there's a lot of games, and it's not a normal season. It's not a normal season for anybody. Fitness is very different when you're in this position. There isn't fans to lift you when you're in this position.
Absolutely.
At the ground. And as much as we can all do as much as we can online, it's still not the same as having thousands of people there supporting you and pushing you on. And I guarantee if the fans had been there, we would not have lost that game. We wouldn't have lost that game if the fans had been in the ground. They would have given you that push and lift.
Hope Powell may say something different, though, to be fair.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, look, there's a huge gap between the top and bottom. Do you know what I mean?
They deserved their win, by the way.
Yeah.
100% deserved it.
Yeah. They were battling. They knew exactly what to do. They came in.
They knew what to do, and they did it to perfection.
Absolutely.
And having a great manager sort of definitely helps, because she
couldn't fault it. Yeah, we didn't get the manager bounce, unfortunately. I think that's kind of where we kind of faltered a little bit, to be fair. But talking of the Champions League, though, I think that's one thing that actually might be for us, to be fair, because, well, actually, as this podcast and YouTube channel thing goes out, you would have already played the first leg, right? Then you've got us, and then a few days later, I think it's 3 days later, you've got the second leg, right?
What did I say about us having a really good, amazing squad that we can rotate?
You
Sorry, I
have.
just mentioned that.
You have. You can mention that, yes, and with a very, very sarcastic smile, I might add, if you're listening from podcast.
Really
So,
sarcastic. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
good hair though. If you're listening on the podcast, it's a very good hair. Unlike the host. But yeah, look, I know. Look, now I don't want you going like last time. I'll let you get away with it. I asked you who we should most fear, and you literally went through the whole squad, right? So I'm just, I know it's going to be difficult for you, Trace, right? But I just want one player that you think is going to be your ultimate key player, the one that would walk away with person of the match from Chelsea side.
This would obviously depend if they're playing, clearly, because it's difficult. So I am actually gonna give two because they may not play together, but I'm gonna give.
All right,
I'm
go
gonna
on
go
then.
with Kirby
I'll have a drink
to begin with, because Frank Kirby is electric, on fire, whatever you want to say, is undoubtedly got to be up there for one of the players of the season, period. Or Harder, who the skill is just ridiculous. Of course, then I could name our whole entire squad. But
yeah.
I'm being told I have to limit it, so
you've been told. I've given you enough time, and we will move on. Right? But yeah, okay. So, I mean, look. I mean, I think the one you feared last time from West Ham was Lehman. But she's now obviously moved on loan. Not sure whether she will come back. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, she will. Yeah. So, who would you feel? Would it be like Martha or?
Is it Emily Van
Egmond?
Yeah.
That
would be who I'd fear.
Yeah. I think she's everyone's favourite player.
Yeah, that would be my play. That would be who I would have someone just sat on. To be fair, because you know you got to look at. I mean, as I say, it's not like you haven't got a team of decent players.
It's frustrating, so frustrating. I can't tell you how frustrating it is. To be fair.
That for me, that would be the one person I would have in mind.
Yeah. She links up well with everyone. I don't think she had an overly great game, to be fair, with the last match. But you know, I think moving forward, we've now got Dagny as well coming over, the Icelandic international that I think was gonna she'll be able to link up with everyone as well at the front. So hopefully we'll be able to actually see her play. That's what
my hopes and wishes and dreams of being able to see our teams play again would be joyful. To be fair, I think we'd all give that, to be honest. But I mean, there's less football still to go. We still obviously have football to go, and I don't see you sitting where you are now. You'll be further up the table.
Yeah, hoping so. There are worse sides.
As long as we stay where we are in the table, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think he will. Again, it's just so disappointing at the moment. And again, like, you know, you were saying earlier about the fans being there, and you would have won the match. I think without question, with us being there, we would have made enough noise.
I think it was just given that lift. I think, and it helps with the momentum. And you can say that in football throughout at the moment. Throughout, that would make a difference.
Yeah. Plus, as well, we used to have quite a few people going to the away matches as well. So, not as many as Man City, obviously, but, you know, always try to make that difference there as well. But, yeah, look, going to, because, I mean, I always fear, to be fair, Ericsson. That's who I always fear with you. I think she's kind of the puppeteer with it all, you know? Someone there's just managing it all.
We've got some phenomenal players, though. I mean, our players at the back are really good at being able to come forward and put the ball in and score themselves. I mean, they really do. I mean, there's nothing stopping Millie from having a crack from outside the box and knock it in the back of the net, to be fair. I mean, we do, if we're on our day, our passing movement is phenomenal if we're on point. Yeah. I think you could say the same about any team, to be fair. If, you know, if everything gels right. But of course, yes, you mentioned it. We have Champions League either side. We have a large team that we can rotate, but I couldn't guess who the team is that's going to be playing against you at the weekend. I couldn't really take a guess. It would depend on who the team is that comes out for the Champions League, and obviously, as this goes out, we don't know that team yet. So
no. And how you do on the first leg, I think, all depends who you put out as well.
yes.
But yeah, and that goes without saying, I guess, doesn't it? But yeah, so it's yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that match as well. I'm not quite sure I'll be supporting, but yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Seriously.
No sour grapes here, Tracy, none at all. Yeah, but I mean, you know, our movement on the ball, the positives from us is that we had some really great individual performances. I think Vetterline, our defender, I think that she had the best performance she's had all season. I think she's actually started to grow in confidence as well. So, and again, it's hard with Harder. Obviously Ollie Harder. It's difficult because we still don't know that much about him, so I don't know kind of what formation he's going to put out, what he's going to do.
Isn't it, when you can't even preempt what the team's going to be, how you're going to play, what position everyone's going to be in. Are they going to play everyone in position? Because sometimes when you're coming in and you're new, you try people out of position to try something new, so you can never quite gauge what someone's going to do. So that's always I mean, as I say, I couldn't possibly guess from this moment whoever's actually going to put out. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. Definitely who the front line's going to be, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. So, but look, whatever it is, it's going to be a brilliant match. I know that. We always love a derby. Shame we can't meet up.
Absolutely, yes. Isn't it a shame? So, you know, we could have been, but we can't. So, but there'll be a lot of online banter going on while that game is on.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably end up missing the match. There'll be so much going on. I'll be running out of gifts to put up as well, to be fair, for that one. But yeah, I mean, look, you know, best of luck to Chelsea. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am. Best of luck to Chelsea in the Champions League. The next match will be between Atletico Madrid, that's playing on Wednesday. So yeah, so it'd be because I can't believe I asked you if you wanted to do this when that was on. I completely forgot that was on. But you know, I will say it and I will embarrass you. You said yes and then realised that actually the match was on.
In seconds, I was like, hang on a second, it's Wednesday. Oh no, I can't be doing that. Yeah. I don't even know what day. See, this is COVID brain. No one knows what day of the week they're in. Let's be fair.
So now I'm going to ask you the most difficult question of all. The scoreline for Saturday.
Sunday. Isn't it Sunday, not Saturday?
Oh my goodness, Sunday. Oh yeah, Sunday. I'm thinking of the men's team, because obviously we're doing a lot better with the men's, but
I'm gonna go 3-1 us.
Okay. Yep.
I haven't gone big or bolshy or anything, and I've even given you one because I'm being kind. I'll play 3-1.
See, we have got enough people that can score as well from outside the box as well.
I'm giving you a 1.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I think it might actually be a little bit closer. I think that your head is going to be in the Champions League. I think that's where your head's going to be. So I think it could even be a 3-2. I think it could be. I think we've got to start actually performing. And I think if this is the one, it could be 3-2. I'm not saying we're going to win. I don't think we're going to win at all. I don't think we're going to get a draw. But I think we're going to put in a tougher performance than I think you would have seen all season, especially if Dagny's playing. And again, I think it's unpredictable. It all depends what's going on with the leg of the Champions League.
I think if we have a phenomenal first leg in the Champions League and we do really well in it, I think then we'll still put out a very, very strong side against you. Yeah. And with the confidence maybe beaming from a good Champions League result. So a lot rides on tomorrow's game. So
yeah.
Or whenever you're watching this, the Wednesday night game.
The Wednesday night game, yeah. Or if I'm really late putting it out, the game they've just had. Yeah. But listen, so look, it's always a pleasure, Trace, having you on. Hopefully next time we'll all be back at football and we'll be able to do on pitch kind of interview thing we'll be able to have going on.
Yes, it'll be a bit more fun, a lot of banter still, and
a lot more
at the end of it.
Absolutely, yeah. So Trace, thanks ever so much. Seriously, good luck in the Champions League, and I'll catch you soon. Thanks ever so much for everyone that's been listening and watching in. Please remember to subscribe so you don't miss us again. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again. Cheers, bye.
Bye.